What's up, my YouTubers? So, week 2, day 2, posterior day, back, rear delts, biceps, calves, hamstrings. It's going down. A few more sets added because we're into the week 2. So today, apparently, who knows, but apparently there's going to be a big light storm where there's like the green, purple lights here. So I've only seen it a few times and caught it on camera. You can't really see it with your own eyes, like Norway and stuff, but apparently tonight's meant to be good. But look at this, there's clouds everywhere. So I'm praying the clouds leave by tonight and we can get some good footage, good video, so I can put it on here and hopefully show you. Because that would be pretty cool. If not, I'm just going to have to drive around for it. The Aura Chaser. This guy's blowing a tyre out here. I'm just driving past. So yeah, nothing much else is going on. Nothing too exciting. I should note too, obviously I'm not on cycle anymore, no more cycles, purely TRT, so no, I'm not going to be as juicy as I once was, but like Dragon Ball Z say, I'm training my base form, so sooner or later, you, whoever, your friend, your dad, uncle, whoever it is, if they're blasting steroids, sooner or later they're going to come back to just TRT and they're not going to be as big and they'll be at their base form. So hopefully when everyone else is at their base form, I'm going to be a step ahead because my base form will be already here. So it is definitely harder, but the challenge is good. I like it. You know, when you're on cycle, it's crazy. You get results weekly. The pumps are hectic. Your strength's going up weekly. You're feeling like a god. And it's, yeah. Whoever knows and who's done it, you know what I'm talking about. And whoever hasn't, and maybe one day you will, maybe one day you won't. Ball's in your court. At least train for 5 or so years natural though, because training naturally is like almost training for the first few years naturally. Is like being on steroids anyway. You're going to get results no matter what. So there's no point in doing steroids straight away and ruining your newbie gains. It's best to wait and then start them. If you want to start them. I'm not promoting it or saying you should. So that's my 2 cents there. See you in the gym. Alright, here we go. I'm going to get one warm-up set in on that pullover, the famous Dorian Yates shoe. One other warm-up before this, but I thought it would have been boring. If I put that into it, I'm going to try and make these videos a bit less boring, since I don't think there's any need to show the warm-ups, but Want to see the warm-ups, let me know. If you don't care, let me know too, just so I know what the fudge to do. So check out the breathing, expanding my rib cage, tongue on the roof of my mouth, on the way up. Just big breath in, breathing out. Squeezing your abs. Look how far up you can. Just watch. Probably 120 degrees. Do not need to go any more than that. Any more than that is going to be triceps. Right. Working set. We're only doing one working set just to fire up the lats. Like going does just one set wonder. If I was a volume guy, I'd probably do heaps of this, but I'm not. I'm not going to get done with one set. All controlled. No ego lifting. Pure isolating the muscle. Feeling nothing but my lats. Basically tucking my pelvis in so I'm not arching my back. Almost leaning forward a little bit. I should have put my head upwards like that and kept looking not up but at the horizon. Keep moving towards constructive criticism when I'm walking back these videos, which is good. You guys should be doing it too. I was about 1,001 reps there. Who's counting? Take the seatbelt off. Catch you later. Alright. The Nautilus one arm pull down. So I'm going to give you a demonstration. Here's good form. Watch this. Elbows in, spine's neutral, not overstretching, not arching my back, straight downwards. Could bring my elbow a little forward. Okay, here's bad form. Leaning back, letting my scapula go. Basically, get the upper back. You don't have as much tension in your lats. You're looking from the side of this machine. I reckon my elbow should just come down towards my leg. Either way, still getting contractions. Super wide, this it's like one plate, so it's kind of like a feel, if that makes sense. It's like kind of hard from the start and then it just goes right at the very bottom. I think that's what it is. Too far. But then the next set you'll see. Work set, which I'm pretty sure it was. Look how far down the seat is. Now, this feels good for me. Might not feel good for you, but it feels heavy at the start. And it's easy. Bottom. That's. Also, I tried using no grips. It's
Jonathan Ryan said it can put attention off elsewhere. So we're trying. It's definitely harder. I'm not sure if I really need extra forearms, as you can see. Still, my arms are still 18 inches cold, so it's not too bad. They were once 20 and a half cold, so 2.5 inches, but it was also like 20 something kilos heavy. Pay the cost to be the boss. So all this for now is basically longevity. Nothing else. Like, never going to compete there. Yeah, I do want to look good down the beach or in the mirror for myself, no one else. That's just me, who I was as a kid. And the reason why I got into this was to obviously be better for myself and not to be self-conscious as a chubby kid that I was. Work set number 2. I'm just using an iPhone for this set. To be honest, it's not too bad. I do have a hectic Sony that I got for presents like 2 years ago, but I feel like I'm not that gangster yet to whip it out. So I've got another present. It's an Osmo pocket, so I'm going to whip that out soon. It's been super easy to use this phone. So yeah, I'm using those straps again. Form's tight, not overstretching. Just coming down as far as I need to. Not coming down too much like I was last time. I think I noticed that. Check it out. It's a habit of mine trying to feel my lats. It's not a bad thing, I guess, but there's no need. But it feels good. Would you say my form is overkill? Maybe to some people. I'm just trying to nail this new ECM stuff that as the weeks go by. Call it body English. And I think I will, because I'm starting to get first few months your brain's just adapting to these new ways of training because you're so used to being elsewise for so many years. I've been training since I was 16. And that's like 2 years ago. So it's always good. Bent over, dumbbell, rear lateral raises, just warming up, and again, really trying to keep my traps down by not swinging, jerking, just literally trying to raise my hands out towards the walls. This is the was doing probably too much track work in my last program. Hence why you're not going to see me doing any shrugs or like wide arm path rows on this program. Instead, I want to focus on my rear delts, lats, and always want to focus on my chest. And with them big titties, and you know, some nice shoulders, nice arms. But it's not like I'm going to be Superman anymore, superhuman. That can always be the 1%. So look how little my arms are moving. It's not much. It's like partials, but it's not. I think I do add some partials at the end, twist the dumbbells to a component. But it wasn't meant to be doing partials, it was literally just trying to coronate a grip to see if my rear delts would fire more. And I think it did feel a little bit better. I'm not sure. But guess what? I did another exercise just to make sure my rear delts were popping. So what's popping? Mary Poppins. So yeah, these are going to look like number 2. Just trying to touch your hands out to your bodies. Just there. Not coming all the way back. Coming any more back, you're going to use a lot more trap. You know, this felt really good. So I'm having one set of both. And it was pretty crazy because all I felt was my tiny little rear delt muscles. I felt like two triangles on my shoulders just had a pump. That was it. It felt strange, but it felt good to know that they were connected really well. So don't be afraid to drop your elbow and feel the muscle. Like Lee Priest, he trained with very good. There's a video of him and Larry Mills training. Larry's basically throwing weights around while Lee's training. And I think at the end Lee says something to him, you know, squeeze the muscle. Don't have to be a ego lifter. Not directly to so I think he was formed to change. But again, when you're so used to doing one way, it's hard to, you know, stop doing it because your brain automatically just does it. So, if you can't feel a certain muscle, trust me, drop your ego and just go right and squeeze it. So back from this preacher curl, we did 2 sets here. Weight is actually garbage in this, like 2 plates, because it's super hard at the bottom, like Nick level hard. It's the humblest machine ever. And see here, I think I paused at the bottom too long. Probably could just keep moving, and maybe not come as far down. Maybe just come up a little bit more. Little baby biceps that I've got left. No more big pythons, pregnant swans, baby swans. weight back, leaning back to get it up. What's the point of doing that when all you're trying to do is your biceps? You're not trying to do anything else. So it's all ego stuff. And that's what Lee Priest was saying. People are swinging on barbell curls, using your back too. You're literally just trying to use your biceps, nothing else. And that's why I think preachers are good, because it's pretty hard to cheat. Calm down, Chachi. Calm down. Skinny. Pipes. Dumbbell preachers are great because it's hard at the bottom, easy at the top. Cable preachers also feel pretty good, and most preacher machines. So what you can do on a preacher machine is not hard at the bottom. You can put a weight on the handle so it's harder at the bottom. Give it a shot. Alright, last exercise. Seated. Didn't show any warm-ups because I was trying to be quick here and get the fudge hunt. Had a bit of an interruption. Someone spoke to me on 35 minutes. That's alright. It's not going to be sometimes the gym is just a social thing for me. I like having a little talk to people, but I don't go there to socialise. Socialise after the session, no worries. Absolutely no worries. That's the best time after when everything's all done. Work. Look at that. Amazing.